Hey guys, it's Game37 and welcome back to episode 37 of my Leeds career mode. Now today we're in the January transfer window and hopefully we'll be able to make a couple of signings. Now before I get into this episode, if we could go hit the like button and also go subscribe as well, but they're really appreciated. Let's try and hit 20 likes on this video and yeah, that'd be absolutely fantastic. So before I get into any games or anything like that, we are going to first of all request some funds. I'm going to ask for about, I think we'll go 6 million. I'm hoping that that'll be okay. I'm just going to put all of the targets at the maximum possible, just in the hope that we can actually reach those objectives, but also get in the 6 million as well, which I think will be crucial to improving this squad to try and push further up the league. There are a couple of players that people have suggested. I'll show you my shortlist. It's quite long, to be honest, so I'll just show you the ones that have been suggested more recently. Where is the first player? In fact, I'm a little bit tempted to get in Andros Townsend, but I want to tell you about something first, and that is Yaya Toure. I always wanted to try and get him in for Leeds, and I know he's a very expensive player, but he's on 100 grand a week, and I could get him, potentially if I have the 100 grand a week, on a contract expiry. Wow, what a deal that would be if that is possible to get him in at the end of the season. Be an interesting player, but the main suggestion was Demarai Gray, who's obviously moved to Leicester City in real life. On this save, however, he's still at Birmingham City, so he's potentially someone that I'll look at. He's currently being scouted. There are some other players as well. El Ghazi was suggested right at the start of this career mode. Crouch is someone that I'm really interested in trying to get in. I've already approached him. And the other player I'm interested in is Ezekiel. I don't know how you pronounce his name, but he looks really good. He's very fast. He's a very good finisher as well, so I'm quite interested in him. Again, though, he's £7 million and also on about 40 grand a week, so he's going to be quite expensive and more likely someone I would be getting in the summer. But I'll be looking at cheaper players like Peter Crouch and Demarai Gray and potentially Yaya Toure on a pre-contract agreement rather than going for multi-million pound signings like Andros Townsend and a couple of other players that I've mentioned. But Dai Grugara does look like a fairly decent player. Again, though, I am scouting him because I'm not too sure that it will be Premier League standard. It's a shame because he scored his first goal since like March 2013 yesterday in the FA Cup. And obviously Leeds won 2-1 for those of you who don't know. But yeah, it'll be interesting to try and get him in, but obviously it depends on his overall. Let's go on now with this Blackburn game. Now I'm a little bit torn between playing this and simming it. Part of me thinks I've got more important games to play in this episode, but another part of me thinks, well, I want to try and get a bit of a run going in the FA Cup. So I'm going to risk simming it through the calendar once I've changed around the team. Again, though, I'm not really too sure it makes a difference, so I'd be happy with that team anyway, to be honest. We are just going to sim it, and we're going to risk it a little bit. We are in the round 3, is it? I think it was. So it wouldn't be good if we were to go out now, but I'm going to risk it based on the fact I want to play this Everton and Arsenal game coming up. So let's sim it, let's hope for the best. What sort of result will we get against Blackburn? It's one we should be winning, to be honest. They are in the Championship, I'm pretty sure, so we should be winning this game. Okay, it's gone to a replay. We can see that from the other fixture. We drew the game 1-1. It's not the worst result ever. It just doesn't help us with the fixture list that we have coming up. But we now have some emails to have a look at. Let's see. Oh, no, not confident those funds will bring success. So I'm going to drop it down to, I think, 4 million in the hope of just getting something, because we are getting pretty desperate now in order to try and get in some more funds. Otherwise, it's looking very unlikely that I can get anybody in, let alone Yaya Toure on a pre-contract agreement. So let's have a little look now at some player drills. We'll just go with the exact same 5 players again. Hopefully I can get 1 or 2 players out of the door. That's the main thing, to try and get a bit of money back in. You can see there, though, loads of attributes going up, and Alex Moult going up to 73 overall, which makes him a very good, young, talented player now. So I'm very happy about that one. He's definitely growing very nicely, and same with like Lewis Cook and Sam Byron, people like that. Now then, do I get the 4 million? Yes, I get the 4 million this time, so we do have some money to spend at least, and I'll be back in a second once I have a look through the monthly scouting updates. Okay, so the first list to go through are the Italian players. Now, I'm going to first of all reject this player. It doesn't look particularly good, neither does the other player after that. We're not on a particularly good run here, are we? Not happy with many of their potentials. I'll leave this guy in there. I won't sign him up too early, because his potential doesn't look too great. So let's have a look now at the English players. And again, we've not really got many decent ones. Jason Killock does look quite good, though. He seems to be more of a defensive type of player. We'll sign him up. And I think for now we'll reject this player. So yeah, not too bad. Nothing massively stand out from those players. Just quickly having a look at Howdes, but it does seem like out of our price range at 85 overall. Let's move on now to this Everton game. We've got a few bids have been rejected. So Peter Crouch, they are not interested in the player I've included, and cash amount is not enough. And Liam Moore, they're not interested in the player I've included yet again. That player was Liam Cooper. And I think, again, I'm going to go with Liam Cooper. He's worth 2.2 million, so he really should be enough to try and get him in, along with, I think we'll go with 400 grand on top of that, which I think is more than enough to try and get in Liam Cooper, to be honest. And then Peter Crouch, we put in Dawson and 400 grand. Now, Dawson is worth how much? Let's have a little look. Where is Dawson? He's worth 400 grand. That's another 400 grand on top of that. So again, we are going to risk it a little bit more. I think I'm going to go with 700 grand. For me, Peter Crouch is a really good player. Even if he decides to retire next season, I think he'll be really good for us. Brings us some much needed strength in that attacking position. So I really hope that he does sign for us. Now, we've got this game against Everton. It's an away match. It's going to be a tough game. We've got Arsenal after that as well, which we really need to play both of those. So what I'll be doing is I'll be literally just putting in the goals, I'd imagine, just so I can get through this and make sure that the episode doesn't run over while still playing the game. So apologies for that I'm only going to be showing the goals, I'd have thought. But anyway, I'll come back and I'll quickly do the team in a second. Okay, this is the team that I've gone with. Now, I've changed it around a little bit. The usual defence is out pretty much, other than Gomez starting. We've got Bridcut and Cook in front of them. And I've got Patrick Roberts on the right, Dele Alli at centre attacking mid, with Lee Irwin getting an unusual start in the side, just to bring some height, and also because I needed someone that could play left mid that wasn't tired, with Jamie Vardy up front as well. So that's the bench I've gone with. I mean, NG's not really that tired, same with Byron, but I just wanted to rest them anyway, and change around the team and let a couple of players come into the side and try and prove themselves. So Lee Irwin's got a little bit of a run out here. Hopefully he can prove himself and show that he deserves to start a little bit more often. But I suppose we'll find out now in this game against Everton. Like I said before, I won't be showing much of the game, just literally the goals, I'd have thought. Dele Alli now going to look for Jamie Vardy. This is a better sort of ball for him to chase down. Can he find anybody else in the middle? Oh, we do have someone in there, and what a header that is. That's Bailey, who's followed up the run. I don't know how he's managed to get into the box, to be honest, but he's won the header and he's scored 30 minutes in. What a ball in, what a header, and what a goal. Whew. What a decent run there from Jamie Vardy. Turns John Stones and picks out the wrong person, really, for me. I was after Lee Irwin, but Bailey there with a header, and it's 1-0. And that is it for the first half. Still winning the game 1-0. Let's move on now to the second half of the match. Just going to make 3 changes now, bringing on Byram, Alex Mowat, and NG. And that means I'm taking off Cook, Lee Irwin, and Vardy. Dele Alli looking for the run of Sam Byram, and he's found a way through and somehow missed it with 10 minutes to go. What a chance that is. Great play as well. And it has just gone wide of the post. And that is it. We have won the game 1-0. Quite a balanced game, I'd say, actually, that one. We did have a few decent opportunities, though, as well, to maybe put a second or third past them. But we just didn't take them. 1-0, though, I think is a fair result. And we've got the 3 points, which is the main thing. Now let's move on to having a look at some transfers and potentially getting in some more players. First thing to tell you is that Danny Henry, one of the youngsters that I was scouting, has decided to join, I'm pretty sure, our youth team. He's not joined our senior team, as I'm not really too sure on that one. Might have to quickly check. Oh no, he has done, yeah. We signed him up on into our youth team. He's a goalkeeper, which leaves us with 6 goalkeepers, which we don't really need. So I need to quickly try and maybe get rid of one out on loan. I think this is going to be the player I get rid of, because I've got Pickford, who's our second keeper. I've got O'Donnell, who I'm trying to get rid of on loan. Then I've got... Ooh, that means Henry, I think, would be left as my third choice keeper. Because I'm pretty desperate to try and get Yaya Toure, I'm going to give it a go and put in a bid for him. Obviously to try and sign on a pre-contract agreement. It's going to be a 2-year deal. We'll go 20% obviously, and we'll go crucial first team player, 100 grand a week. I don't see why I'd turn it down, to be honest. I know it's obviously Leeds, who are a step down from Man City, but still, we're in the Premier League. You know, we could get quite far. Who knows? We'll see what he says to that anyway. And someone we're also going to put in a pre-contract agreement thing for is Berahino. Now, he's currently on about 50 grand a week. We are going to give him a 4-year deal. And again, it'll be a crucial first-team player, because I've got to bear in mind that NG is on the way out at the end of the season. His 2-year loan finishes, so Berahino will be an interesting player to have. He's obviously rumoured to be leaving West Brom, but he did just score 2 goals yesterday. So we'll wait and see what he says to that. 50 grand a week. He's very fast, obviously, like NG. Not quite as fast though, but better finisher and just a better overall. So we'll see whether that could be a potential signing for us. I'd be happy if we could try and get him in. Because a pre-contract agreement really just helps us out because we don't have to pay that enormous amount to try and get him in. I'm also looking at some other players as well that are potentially on pre-contract agreements, just kind of help us out with the lack of money that we have. And I'll be back in a minute if I do find any. There's also Andros Townsend, who is on 45 grand a week, which again is a lot of money, but he would get a crucial first team player in our squad, and that again will be at the end of the season. I'm going to again put in another bid for him. That's purely because I want to have many options available. I'm obviously not going to be able to afford all of these, but I want to see what options I have available and what players want to actually sign for me on a pre-contract agreement. So I'm just interested to see what they say to these sort of bids. Again, I'll have another look and see whether I can try and get some more players. For example, Ruben Neves, who only has 6 months left on his contract. He could be available on the cheap. I'm not really too sure, so I'll quickly decide if I can try and get him in. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm going to go with an interesting bid, getting rid of Dwight Gale in order to get in Ruben Neves. Dwight Gale's on the way out, he's transfer listed, he's worth 2.5 million. They might go ahead with that one, we'll have to wait and see what they say. I think for now that's all the bids I'm going to put in until we get to past this Arsenal game. Let's see what they say to them, and first of all, the big news, Berahino has accepted the pre-contract agreement that I've given to him. That's a really interesting one actually. We'll leave it just for now because I want to have a look at these. And Peter Crouch has again said they're not interested in the player that I've included, which is Dawson. So I'm just going to have to go pure money by the looks of it, rather than putting in Dawson as well. So we are just going to go 800 grand for Peter Crouch, and in the hope that they do accept that. We'll have to wait and see. Again though, Leicester City have again rejected Liam Moore because because they've accepted another bid from a different club. So does that mean he's actually left now? No, it doesn't. Everton are currently bidding for him, and they put in a bid, I think it was for 2.5 million that was accepted. Cooper's worth 2.2 plus another 400 grand, that's 2.6. Yet they're still not interested in Liam Cooper, so we'll have to just, again, I think, just put up this bid to 600 grand in the hope that they eventually become happy with signing Liam Cooper as part of the deal. I need to also add someone else to the transfer list, and that's going to be Leo, and sadly, he played in that game, he got really tired, couldn't really play for too long. His stamina though is 70, which isn't fantastic, but it's not that bad. He is actually going to be transfer listed because his overall isn't good enough, his age, for his age, and I just don't think he really brings anything else to the team. Plus we need some more money in as well. And I've also got Heskey who's considering retirement, so I do need to try and get in Berahino, I understand that. But first of all, I just need to make sure I'm going to have enough money, potentially if Yaya Toure was to accept. And I think with those players going out, I should have enough money. So what I'm going to do is put in, I think I'm going to accept the Berahino pre-contract agreement deal. Yeah, I think we're going to have to. You'd have to be silly not to be honest, wouldn't you, to be honest? 50 grand a week. He joins us next season, especially when NG's on the way out. So I'm pretty happy with that one, to be honest. We've got a game now against Arsenal, which is a huge match, considering if we beat them, we move above Villa and very close to them, just 1 point behind them in 7th place. So it's a huge match, this one that we do need to again try and win, and one that I'm probably going to not have enough time for, to be honest, but I'm going to fit it into this episode anyway, and again it'll just be the case of me including only the goals of this game. And there's a team that I've gone with for this very important Arsenal game. It's pretty much obviously I've got in Jack Butland, I've got in Galloway, but Smith comes into the side because my other centre-back, Kara, wait, is it Kara? I always get confused which is which. No, it's Bailey, sorry, that rests this game. So that means I've got Kara alongside Smith, with Byram at right back, and then I've got Calvin Phillips who starts, that's unusual for me, and Nguri who also starts for us as well, who I'm hopefully getting at the end of this season once his loan's finished. Sander on the left, Vardy down the middle at centre attack and mid with Pataka on the right and NG up front. That's the bench I've gone with. Heskey starts on there as our only striker. A little bit risky, but I'm hoping that I wouldn't have needed Dwight Gale anyway, and also the fact he wants to leave the club doesn't really help his cause for getting onto the bench. Let's move on to this game now, hopefully get the 3 points and move further up the league. Oh, we've won it back off Socrates. That was poor from him. Vardy now is one-on-one with the defence. He's going to have a shot, and it's gone in 1-0 already. What a strike that is from Jamie Vardy, 7 minutes in. And I'll tell you what, that is all down to Socrates doing too much with the ball when having little support, to be honest. He just needed to get rid of that one. We won it back off him and eventually got the goal. Brilliant stuff there from our 3 attacking players. Calvin Phillips also played a little part in it as well earlier on. But what a finish that is from Jamie Vardy, 1-0. Vardy this time to NG. Arsenal looking very open in defence. NG's going to cut this back and have a shot, and it's 2-0 now. We've doubled our lead. Arsenal have fallen apart, and their defence is all over the place. We've torn them apart just 12 minutes in, and it's 2-0. Sanchez through to Ozil, passes it along, and I'm not really too sure who that is with the final touch. I think it's Joel Campbell, and it's now 2-1. What a game we have here. It's going to be a high-scoring one by the looks of it, and Arsenal, we really should have cleared that, to be honest, but Sanchez kept hold of it very well, and Arsenal have pulled one back, and it's 2-1. Here we go, NG, through to Bataka. Oh, it's 3-1, what a finish. It is going to be a high-scoring game, this one. Not even at half-time yet, and it's 3-1. Again, a brilliant, this time I think it was a counter-attack. It's a brilliant one anyway, and it's a long ball that's gone up. NG's collected it, and he's found Bataka, and he's hit that one so well, Bataka, into the roof of the net. You can just see that the Arsenal defence are all over the place. I mean, it's 2v1 virtually there, and what a finish. That's from Bataka, 3-1. Byram through to Jamie Vardy again, and Byram, oh my god, Byram's played it through for Jamie Vardy to get another goal, 4-1 just before half time. I mean, this could be a real thrashing. They've not had too many chances since that goal they scored, but I tell you what, again, the defence, just look how fragile it looks. Vardy just able to get past Koscielny too easily, and it's 4-1 now. Oh, I think that's a red card for Nguri, it is. I was so close to bringing him off as well. Oh, I think he's about to be sent off for that one. Damn. I was so close to bringing him off. Damn it. That's going to be a red card for him. We are now down to 10 men. And I didn't even realise it was him, to be honest. I was controlling, otherwise obviously I wouldn't have done it. But yeah, that is a red card, and we're down to 10 men with about 25 minutes left, I think there is. So yeah, that is a poor challenge. I thought I was going to get there. I didn't even think it was him, to be honest. But I now need to probably change around the team slightly in a minute. And there's the team that I've gone with. So I brought on Bridcut and Dele Alli, and also Emil Heskey comes onto the pitch anyway. That means Vardy pushes out onto the left, Bataka onto the right, and we're left with a bit of a gap at centre attacking mid. Other than that, though, I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. Those are the players that went off, Calvin Phillips, NG and Sandro. Now let's move on to hopefully securing this 3 points. Can't see them getting many goals back now, though. Here we go, through to Jamie Vardy. We're going to wait for Emil Heskey to turn up at the party. Oh, that was meant to be a fake shot. It didn't quite work. He has a shot, though, and it's 5-1 now. Bundled in by, I think, Bataka. Pretty sure it's him anyway. Oh, my days. He couldn't even fake shot Emil Heskey. Wow. I just thought fake shot there, maybe, but he takes an extra touch. Check saves the initial shot, and it's 5-1 now, even down to 10 men we're scoring. And that's it, we have won the game 5-1. Very good win for us, but I think we were very lucky getting that 5th goal, to be honest. They had dominated us and started to dominate us towards the end of that match as well, when we went down to 10 men. But we won the game 5-1. It was quite an easy victory, I suppose, in the end. But we did play much better than them. Their defence was absolutely shocking throughout that game. Socrates was pretty poor. I thought he was actually going to be really good for them. But it didn't turn out that way. Got another 3 points, so that's the main thing for us. Which leaves us moving slowly up the table. And we've also got a couple of other things to have a look at now. Oh, wow. Wow. Yaya Toure accepted. Whew. But Andros Townsend doesn't. Okay, I have no intention of ever playing for the club. Go in our history. Oh, what? God, he's an ex-Leeds player as well. I think he was at loan at Leeds, I'm pretty sure anyway. But he doesn't want to join us. Player suspended. We've got Nguri suspended for 1 match, but Yaya Toure wants to join us. Oh my days, if only we could afford him. That'd be great. And Leicester City have accepted a £2.5 million bid from Everton for Liam Moore. Which means that we are probably not going to end up getting him at the moment by the looks of it. But Yaya Toure, wow, we need to just get rid of some players now, hopefully. And we're first of all going to do some player developments, though. Again, the same 5 players I think need developing, and they're going to be our best 5 players in the future. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to see how they grow. But the main thing is Alex Moore's stamina's finally gone up to 69, and that leaves him with more of a chance of playing games now, because he can play for a little bit longer. And now back to some more transfers. Leicester City have again rejected the Liam Moore bid because they've accepted one from another team. And has he moved yet, Liam Moore? No, he's still there. I really want to try and get him in. He looks like a very good young English player. I just can't seem to convince him to join us, which is very frustrating. I think Liam Cooper's maybe holding that deal back, even though they get a centre-back as part of the deal. So, it doesn't make too much sense, but I can't really offer them any more than that. So, that's going to be it I think, for the Liam Moore deal. Now on to Porto, who have rejected the Ruben Neves bid, because they are not interested in the player and the cash amount was not enough. So Dwight Gale was not enough to try and get in Ruben Neves. So I'm a bit disappointed about that one. Again, I'm not really going to put in another bid for now because I want to try and get in Yaya Toure, to be honest. So again, the wait goes on to try and get rid of some players to get him in. Oh, Stoke after 1.3 million for Peter Crouch. I don't think I'm actually going to get Crouch now. At least not until the end of the season, because I've got Emil Heskey. I don't think I desperately need Crouch now. It might be the case again at the end of the season if he isn't retiring. I think Peter Crouch is just going to be someone that wouldn't be the best fit for moving the club further forward. So I've got in Berahino, trying to get in Yaya Toure, so I think Crouch wouldn't really step us forward, to be honest. So I'm going to leave that one for now. I won't delete the email though, just in case something happens and I can't get in any other players. So we'll do that for now. But that is going to be it for this episode, guys. We don't find out yet whether we get in Yaya Toure or not. But that is it. Thank you very much for watching. If you do enjoy this, then please go to the thumbs up button and also go ahead and subscribe as well if you haven't already. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's try and hit 20 likes on this video. Thank you for watching and goodbye.